Hi, my name is John Oaten and I'm a faculty member here at Centennial, but I'm also a writer. I recently published my first novel, a mystery novel. I've written 5 books of poetry and a lot of essays, blogs, journalism like that. So I thought I'd talk for a moment about the choices a writer makes in the first sentence or two of a piece of writing. I wouldn't say this is the part you write first, because often it doesn't come to you until you've written a lot of the rest. But what are some of the factors behind making a good choice with the first couple of sentences? Because most of all, what you want to do is get the reader's attention. Here it doesn't matter whether it's an essay or a news story or a piece of fiction. You want to hook the reader. Just like a song that's got a powerful melody or rhythm at the beginning makes you want to hear more of it. So this is why you shouldn't just start out with a thesis statement saying, here's what I'm writing about. That should come later. But you want to do something that'll get the reader's attention, maybe make them a little curious. So one possibility is a question. The only thing is it's got to be a question the reader is interested in getting an answer to, not a really obscure one like, what's the planetary mass of Jupiter? Not many people care about that. And if it's a good question, one that relates to their lives, what they're interested in, you want to give the answer somewhere, or they'll feel cheated. But the answer should probably not come till the end of your piece of writing. Give them a reason to keep going through it. Another great way to begin is a little story, just a few sentences. People love stories, so any kind of anecdote, little account of something that's interesting or funny or surprising and that relates to the topic you're writing about is a great way to get readers into it, because they'll just get into the draw of that story and want to find out what happens, and now you've got their attention. Now you can say, what's the rest of what you want to talk about? How does that story relate to it? You can also begin with something a bit startling or offbeat. The sentence I began my novel with after some tinkering is something like this. Great Uncle Gavin is probably the best known writer ever shot dead while driving his long tractor along the highway. Well, to a reader who's paying attention, that should raise several questions. Why was he shot dead? Why is he driving a lawn tractor along the highway? You usually only drive those obviously around lawns, gardens, back roads, etc. And who is Great Uncle Gavin anyway? So I've planted a few little seeds of mystery right in that opening sentence that I hope people are going to keep reading to find out, well, what is the answer to these things? And then get drawn into the story. So to me, the worst choice is something that readers already know or that is very expected, or a statement that has almost no content, like, I am writing this essay. Well, people are reading your essay. They know you wrote an essay. What have you got to tell them? What's different? What's unusual? Also, sometimes a startling fact, something that people didn't know. This is kind of like the question opening, but it's a variant of it. For example, think about our drinking water in Toronto. This is an example I used to use when I taught writing essays. You just take it from the tap, maybe you filter it or boil it or something, but you don't think too much about it. Well, the drinking water in Toronto largely comes from Lake Ontario. And what happens to all the water that gets flushed down our drains and toilets and everything? Well, it gets, cleaned up and everything, and then goes back into Lake Ontario. So an interesting fact might be the drinking water that you put in your glass in Toronto has on the average been through 7 other people, right? Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but it's a startling fact. And if you're going to write about, say, public sanitation or the importance of fresh drinking water, whatever, that would get people's attention. And it's a little unusual. Compare that with an opening like, hi, I want to write about the importance of drinking water. No one's going to care about that. So I hope this has been a little bit of help to you.